We got one more bit of filler before we get to some more plot.
Yep.
And boy, howdy, is it a weird
This
episode.
is some weird filler.
Oh boy.
We knew it was going to be weird based off of the preview from last week.
Yeah, and it was still weird.
It was weird in ways that I did not expect it to be. It's
Yeah,
still
for
weird.
sure. For sure. Oh boy. Hello, welcome to this week's episode. Jared now watch Inuyasha's episode number 66. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello, hello.
We were watching episode 65, or season 3, episode number 11, titled The Farewell Days of My Youth. Yep. We begin this episode. They're fighting a giant centipede, and Moroku bonks it, and that's all it takes to defeat the demon. And they're all like, "Wait, huh?
I thought it was so funny
What?"
because he's like, I got it. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, you're not going to do anything. And then he bonked it, and that was it. And his stack went wobbly.
And that was all it took to defeat it.
That was all. And like, oh. And Inuyasha gets mad because he's like, I didn't get to do anything.
Yeah, I wanted it to be cool. There's a bunch of villagers who are very excited, and one of them's like, "Hey, come to our village. We'll give you a banquet for defeating the centipede because they've been ravaging our village." And Roku's like, "Now I will kindly decline." He's like, "Whoa, what am I going to tell all the beautiful young ladies then?" And he's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 hang on. I will definitely come then."
Yeah, because all he
Let's
saw when he looked
go.
over was like old people and kids.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, heck. But yeah,
Uh,
now
So
we're
yeah, they
ladies.
go and have a big meal with all these villagers, and Moroku is like palm reading this young lady and wants to have her children. And then an old lady's like, "I'll have 15 or 16 of your kids. Come on, we gotta go."
You can choose.
And Sango is very mad, and she will not help Moroku through the situation.
Nope.
Kagome explains what an family dinner is, or family reunion, say, to Inuyasha, and he just thinks about him and Sesshomaru just having dinner together. He's like, this is a bad idea. I don't like this. Nope, no way.
They're just like staring daggers across the table at each
Yeah.
other.
Like, nope, nope, nope. He lays down, and then Miyogo shows up and is like, "Lord Inuyasha, hello. We got some secrets. Everyone wants to. I'm a very lecherous laugh here." And then Inuyasha's like, "I'm just gonna throw you into a candle, and I don't care.
Yeah, he tried to set him on fire. It's like, whoa.
Get out of here." They all go to bed.
Mhm.
Moroku has someone come into his room, and he thinks it's a ghost, but it's just a young child who wants to pee.
He's like, this
Moroku's
is
like,
the
"No,
toilet.
don't pee on me! Don't pee on me!"
Don't be on me.
He holds him up very weirdly, and then he just
does.
has him pee outside, and is like, "All right, get out of here." And then the door opens again, and he's like, "Oh, the kid's got to pee again." And then it's Sango, actually. He's like, "Oh, she finally decided to sneak into my bed. Come on in."
There's plenty of room for you here.
And then she just starts attacking him with his boomerang, or her boomerang, and he's like, "What? Are you still mad about this? What's happening? Stop hitting me. Don't hit me. Oh, God, oh, God." And then everyone else wakes up, and is like, "What is happening?"
We get to see Kagome's Z pajamas.
Yes. Ship was like, "Can you keep your quarrels down? We're trying to sleep." And then Moroku's like, "She's possessed! She's possessed by something! Please help!" And Inuyasha like runs in and stops her from smacking Moroku, and she falls and is like, "Huh? What am I doing? What's going on?" And then she slaps him in her sleep when Moroku rubs her butt.
Mhm.
That's how she wakes up properly. So they think that the demon they defeated earlier got more powerful and after it died, so that's why it's causing them to get possessed. So they go back out to where they killed the demon and dig it back up to put little charms on it or whatever from Roku.
Sutras, I think.
Yeah, so they're dealing with that, and then Moroku gets possessed and is just trying to wallop everyone, and then he trips and falls on his face and like starts speaking weirdly, and they're like, "Well, that's weird."
Yep.
And then he gets back to normal, and then Inuyasha gets possessed and it starts jumping around like a weirdo and disrobing in front of Shippo, who gets very upset by this.
I mean, to be fair to Shippo, that is very upsetting.
Yes.
Also, you forgot to mention that Kagome says that Moroku's back because he rubs her butt too.
That is true as well.
Yep. Inuyasha was talking about how he wants to be. Yep. Yep.
Also, before Inuyasha gets possessed, another centipede shows up and barfs at him, and then Inuyasha destroys it this time,
Oh, right.
and then he gets possessed.
I forgot
But
about
then they
that.
learn afterwards that the reason they're getting possessed is that another flea is here named Shoga, who wants to take Miyoga home and marry him.
Their parents
Settle down.
betrothed them.
Yes, and Miyoga has none of this. He wants nothing to do with this. So, of course, Inuyasha and the gang are like, "We're gonna have a marriage for you two. We're gonna hold a little wedding." Except Miyoga sneaks away.
I love that Kirara just was like their ride to the wedding.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I was like, "I got this." Yeah. This whole episode is basically Miyoga doesn't want to get married.
Yep.
And we gotta have jokes about, man, guys don't want to get hitched because the old ball and chain, am I right?
Yep.
Type of thing, and
Yep.
it's like, ugh.
Yeah, it's not good.
Filler episode.
I think the best thing about this episode was the old lady saying she was gonna have 15 or 16 of his kids and that he could choose. That was my favorite part of the episode. She was just like, "All right, you want to have babies? Let's do it."
I may be old, but I ain't rusty.
Oh God, that line.
And everyone laughs at her. Is like, oh God, these children know that this old woman wants to bang.
Oh no, it's like the eHarmony commercial we saw before.
Oh God, let's talk about some notes and trivia for this episode.
Let's do it.
This episode's anime only. It's not found in the manga.
What?
Moroku is wishing Sango will come sleep with him. He even says what luck he has for his dream was appearing to come true.
Yep.
Sango slapping Moroku has become a reflex. She hit him prior to awakening. This episode shows that Miyoga is afraid of commitment along with most else, as he's been running from his future bride for quite some time.
I think Miyoga is afraid of most everything.
Shoga clearly lacks common sense as she goes with overkill approach to getting Miyoga. Everyone Miyoga hides on thinks they are her target because she never clarified her motive.
I mean, yes.
That's the thing. Also, here's our trivia. In Volume 22, The True Face of Evil of the original Viz DVD series, there is an Easter egg with a scene from Farewell Days of My Youth with the American voice actors fooling around.
I would love to watch that, although it might be weird now. Who can say?
Who could say? Yeah. But that is the end of this episode.
Early 2000s humor has not aged well.
I mean, there was that thing that leaked of like the Dragon Ball voice actors doing bloopers, and it was like a lot of real bad stuff they were saying.
Oh no.
Yeah, wasn't good.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Next week we get back to the plot. As we will be discussing episode 66 entitled Naraku's Barrier, Kagura's Decision.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to learn. It's time for everyone to re-show up, essentially.
Yeah. Get back to the train of plot. The only person who's not really here is Kikyo.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Also, new opening.
Yes, there was a new opening.
New opening this week.
And it was not generic opening.
No.
So that was great.
All I could say about it, because like I think the song's fine. We just haven't heard much of it yet. The visuals was like, oh yeah, this is very early 2000s shonen anime opening.
It absolutely is, like still images of the characters flying around at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sound effects.
Yep.
Like yep. I've seen one of these before.
That's not my favorite opening song, that's for sure.
But yeah, we will talk about the plot next week. But for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool is where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. And that's it. So join us next week as we talk about the plot of the series again.
Whoa.